Okay, this is the video for our two different offenses that use a 3-2 set, our sister Brandy and our brother Jeter. And, well, there we go. In Sister Brandy, our point is to work the ball into the post, either the high post or the low post. And when we do that, that's called an entry pass. That's what the Sister Brandy play is all about. In Brother Jeter, the posts are going to go away from the ball so that we can open up a drive from the wing to dribble straight in. So to set these up, we come in with our normal 5 out, crossing half court, and we're going to go similar to doing Sister Tiffany, where the center passes and goes to that side block. The opposite forward comes up, but the perimeter players are not going to do their normal thing. They're going to rotate around to give us 3 up top. Here's what it looks like. Okay, now notice that people don't just sort of just stand wherever, even though they're already there. There should be movement to get where you need to go. Like the guard on the right hand side, she was already where she needs to be, but rather than just stand and wait, she does a V cut over and back. All right, so here it is one more time. Sort of like Sister Tiffany, but with the perimeter players rotating to get 3 up top. Now, for Sister Brandy, we're going to swing the ball, make the entry pass, and then there are specific places to cut and slide, and we expect to dish the ball, pass the ball, to one of those players who's going to score. For Brother Jeter, we're going to swing the same way, but instead of entry pass, we're going to drive. We still have people moving to specific places so that we can pass the ball to them to score. The swing is very important. We don't just stand around and pass. The interior players don't just watch, but they're going to move as the ball moves. All right, so the ball's moving side to side. That's a swing. That's what swing means. The ball moves side to side. The interior players are going to go to wherever the ball goes. When the ball goes to one side, the interior players go to that same side. That's in Sister Brandy. In Brother Jeter, they're going to go away from the ball, which I'm not going to illustrate right here. It's just the opposite of what you just saw. All right, once again, here they are. They're just going wherever the ball goes. They go to that side. That's all there is to it. Okay? Now, let's ignore them for a minute and only think about the perimeter players doing the swing. The way they did it a second ago, just standing there and passing, is not going to work. They have to move. They can swap spots. They can V-cut. If somebody really leaves a spot, they definitely need to replace each other and just move around so that the ball itself goes from point to point to point, but the players don't stay at the points. So here's an example. Swapping, V-cutting in and back out, swapping, okay? Let's look at that one more time. Here they go, guard swap, forward V-cuts, guard V-cuts, and any kind of route, you can replace each other all sorts of ways, just so the ball keeps moving. So here's what it looks like when it's all put together. And notice, because everybody moves all the time, if you did not really understand what the play was, you wouldn't even see a play. It would just look like players randomly playing ball. But when we know what we're doing, we understand which movements are random and which ones are part of the play. All right, so an entry pass, that's where a wing player passes the ball inside. It can be to the low post or the high post. You don't pass the ball just because you want to. You only make an entry pass under 2 conditions. First of all, the post has to have the defense sealed behind her. Secondly, the defense that's covering the wing player needs to be up close. Don't be afraid of the defense. Close defense is what you want, because you're going to pass low right past her. If she's faded back, you can't do it. Take a look. Here's what it means to have your defender sealed. You've got a wide stance. You're given a target with your hand. You're boxing out almost. It's very, very similar to boxing out. And so the defender is completely behind the post player. Therefore, when you pass the ball, the your post teammate is able to get to that ball without the defender interfering. That's the point. You seal them off where they cannot get to the ball when it's passed. This is what it looks like in a real game. Okay, not just standing around, very athletic, very physical. Here are girls doing it. Okay, notice the difference between the college girls on the left and the young girls on the bottom right. See how soft that looks? They're doing it right, so that's good, but it's still pretty soft, right? Let's try to play more like these college girls on the left. All right, now that's not the only thing, but also the wing defense needs to be close. These are good situations for passing. The wing defense is covering right on the wing. This is not a good opportunity to pass. The defense is faded way back away from that wing player, and so you do not try to pass in that situation because that defender will have a chance to interfere with the pass. Now, here's exactly what we're going to do if we make a low entry pass to the low post. Here's how it's going to work. When that wing player, the one who passes it in, she's going to slide around to the corner. The top player is going to replace that wing spot. It almost looks like the triangle there, right? Now you've got the high post, which is a forward, who's going to cut to the basket on the opposite side like that. The far wing moves toward the top, but not all the way necessarily, looking for a line of sight to the center so that if the center needs her, she can pass the ball. If you don't have a clear line of sight, you can't pass the ball. Here's what it looks like all together. All right, I'm going to show that 2 more times. Everybody needs to be very confident on where to go. As soon as that ball is passed, those are the movements. The center is going to the ball, and everybody else makes their slide or their cut so that the center has options. Now that the center got the ball, while people are sliding and cutting, the center is going to pick someone to pass to, and the choice is based on the defense. Any of these players can receive a pass to score. So that forward has a great cut to the basket if the defense allows it to pass to. And the other two who are sliding to the corner and the wing, they're great opportunities as well. We can set up a baseline drive, we can set up a wing drive, or long shots. And then the opposite forward is there to receive a safety pass if things are just too tough to get it to one of these scoring opportunities. All right. Now, if we pass to the high post instead of the low post, we have another set of slides and cuts. Very similar direction. I've tried to make this where it's not confusing. So when the ball leaves, everybody just about goes in a similar direction. Now, the high post steps to the ball to catch it and stays put. The center is going to crawl around the basket, keeping, oh, I thought that would be the next thing, my bad. Keeping the defense sealed. We'll see it in a minute. Yeah, there it is. There's the center crawling, trying to keep that defense sort of like boxed away from the ball, sealed. All right, let's go back. So the guard on the wing or forward on the wing goes to the corner just like she does when she passes the ball to the low post. But this time she doesn't stay in the corner, she bounces back out. The top player, after the top player makes a move very, very similar to the 2-man attack from Sister Tiffany. And it's the same direction as the low post pass, so hopefully it'll be easy to develop a habit. And look what happens. When you come around, you're not going to go all the way to the basket, but you're going to end up in an open spot because the center has defense sealed off. The only way you won't be open is if the high post, the person defending the high post steps off, but they're always going to be slow to react, so that's going to be a really good chance for an open shot. And then again, the opposite forward will slide toward the top just like in the other situation. So most of these movements are extremely similar, whether we do a high entry or a low entry. Here's the high entry put together. Okay. One more time. But actually, here we go. There we go. Whatever. I'm messing it up. For some reason, that's what I'm trying to do. There's the high entry again. One more time. Here's the high entry. All right. Actually, I'm going to do one more time. Watch your player. Watch your position. See where they go as soon as that ball is passed. Okay. Now let's just watch the three different options, because the forward could have actually passed it in to the center who's crawling in that low post, or handing off to that guard, as I'd already talked about, or can pass it back to the other guard as she bounces back up to the wing, leaving her defender in the corner. All right, so here are the three different options for getting rid of the ball, and all of those can be good opportunities to score. Okay, if we're doing Brother Jeter, we're going to drive, but we still want to know where to go when the ball drives. We're not just going to do whatever. We're going to do specific things. Okay, but it's really simple actually. This is the simplest of all. So the wing is obviously going to drive either straight at the basket or to the middle in front of the basket. The post players are going to stay where they are. Do not go towards the ball. The intention is that the defense is going to go towards the ball. If you go with them, you're still covered. So you stay back to where the defense leaves you, so that you can receive an open pass and have an open shot. The two perimeter players who didn't drive are going to rotate. The top will replace at the wing, and the other wing will replace at the top. See that? So the two perimeters rotate to replace while the two post players stay put. Here it is again. All right. Notice the defense drawing to the ball, opening up both post players to receive a pass for an open shot. Also, the guard who went from the top to the wing, she's in a good position to receive a kick back out if the driver finds herself in trouble. If she knows she's been replaced directly behind herself, she can turn around and pass it right out. All right, there are the cuts once again. So here are the opportunities to dish. I mean, it would be wonderful if you could drive all the way to the basket and score, but really that's not what we expect to happen. We're expecting the person who drives the ball to dish, to pass, and then somebody else to score off of the pass. So here's those passes. I thought that was here. There we go. Pass to the center, pass to the high post, pass back to the guard directly behind her. Now, of course, that top should be looking for a line of sight position to where she could receive a safety pass as well. All right, one more time. There's the drive, can pass to the center or to the elbow or directly behind back to the wing. All right, that's it. These offenses will work really well. Hopefully they're going to be pretty easy to learn and get in the habit of doing the right movements. The habits that we need to work on will really apply to every play of moving, and being at the right point when the ball is passed. That's it. Thank you very much. See you soon.